You know what I admire about life? The way it unveils people without them even realizing it. They try so hard to wear masks, to keep up their facades, but truth, it has a funny way of shining through. It's like watching a fire consume a house, slow and inevitable, yet brutally honest. The beauty of it is, you don't need to expose anyone. You don't need to shout their flaws from the rooftops. Their actions, their choices, their true colors, they do the work for you. All you have to do is sit back and watch. But let me ask you this. Why does betrayal cut so deeply? Is it the blade? No. The real pain comes from the trust you offered so freely. Trust is priceless, and when it's shattered, it's not just them betraying you. It's them betraying that part of you that believed in them. That's the wound, isn't it? It's not just the betrayal of trust, but the betrayal of your belief in goodness, in connection, in humanity. And in that betrayal, they win twice. First by breaking your trust, then by making you question yourself. Was I too naive? Too forgiving? Too blind? Here's the thing, though. The truth is a force of nature. Like gravity, it always pulls things to the surface. Lies might glitter for a while, but their foundation is nothing but sand. And when the tide rises, their illusions crumble. You don't owe anyone proof of their deception. You don't owe them your anger, your fight, or even your attention. The collapse of their false empire is already set in motion, and you're destined for something greater. Do you know what truly unsettles people who thrive on manipulation? Silence, indifference. While they scream for validation, drowning in their chaos, your silence roars louder than any confrontation could. Let them rot in the web of lies they've spawned. The greatest revenge isn't tearing them down. It's rising above them, building something they can't reach, something so strong and authentic that it leaves them irrelevant. People like that, they aren't masterminds. They're cowards, too afraid to face their truths, too scared to own their shadows. They hide behind masks, always trying to drag others down to their level. But here's the twist, you're stronger. Your scars, they're your story. They scream resilience, survival, growth. Those scars are your badges of honor, proof that you've walked through fire and come out forged, while they're just playing games, waiting for their house of cards to collapse. You don't need to expose them. The masks they wear will suffocate them soon enough. The lies will pile up until they're drowning in their own poison. Karma, fate, or the universe, it always balances the scales. Your job isn't to dirty your hands trying to make them pay. Your job is to move forward, to live so fully, so brightly, that they fade into insignificance. I used to think life was black and white, good versus bad, heroes versus villains. But life is painted in shades of gray, and some of those grays are darker than midnight. The ones who hurt, deceive, manipulate, they aren't cunning villains. They're fragile, desperate beings, projecting their insecurities onto others to escape their own reflection. But here's the kicker. Every time they try to tear you down, they're only showing you their cracks. Their fear isn't just about being exposed. It's about the day their mask no longer fits and everyone sees them for what they are, weak, empty, and scared. And when that happens, you won't even need to lift a finger. Just by living your life authentically, just by thriving, You're holding up a mirror to them. And trust me, they won't like what they see. They'll hate your strength because it reminds them of everything they lack. So let them dig their own graves. Let them scream into the void, trying to drag you into their chaos. You don't owe them closure, understanding, or forgiveness. You owe yourself peace, and the only way to claim it is to let go. Not for them, but for you. They'll try to crawl back, with their fake apologies and empty promises. Don't fall for it. Smile, wish them well, and keep walking. Because you've learned the most powerful lesson. You deserve better. Better than lies. Better than manipulation. Better than the burden of their shadows. And the irony? The people who break you are the ones who unknowingly build you. Every time they hurt you, every time they push you down, they're planting seeds of strength within you. They think they're tearing you apart, but they're wrong. They're just preparing you for a rebirth, stronger, wiser, unshakable. So let their true colors show. Let them stumble in their darkness while you rise like a phoenix, your scars blazing like firelight. You don't need to chase them, expose them, or fight them. Just live, just be, because nothing terrifies them more than seeing you happy, whole, and untouchable. And in the end, you'll thank them, not for their betrayal, but for teaching you the value of self-worth, the power of resilience, and the beauty of walking away. Let them stay trapped in their games while you write a new chapter. A chapter filled with strength, peace, and a brilliance they could never dim. Because the ultimate victory, it's not in proving them wrong. It's in proving yourself right.